Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new series on my channel where I take a selection of films and I rank them from my least to most favourite. In this episode, I will be looking at the Toy Story series. So, this is every Toy Story movie ranked. Now, I do want to put out a little disclaimer before I get on with this ranking, in that I love all of these movies. I think you have to be dead inside, have no soul, a heart made of stone, and enjoy torturing puppies to even dislike any of the Toy Story movies. They are all so full of love, joy, and just so much heart that it really takes a lot to dislike them. But anyway, on with the rankings. In at number 4, ironically, we have Toy Story 4. Now, whether it's because I've only seen this film literally a few days ago, and therefore it doesn't have the longevity that other entries in this franchise do, it's debatable. That being said, even though Toy Story 4 is at the bottom of my list, it is a sheer delight to sit and watch. The fact that we are able to spend one last adventure with all of these characters that we hold so near and dear to our hearts is so joyous, and even the new characters get time to shine and we fall in love with them too. Yes, it definitely hits those emotional points towards the end of the film. Ultimately though, was Toy Story 4 needed? An argument could be made that no, it isn't really needed, and it feels more like a DLC, kind of the things you get in video games. That being the case, it is such a good DLC. In at number 3, again, ironically, is Toy Story 3. If I have any slight little itty bitty nitpicks with Toy Story 3, it's this one, and I think that sometimes the kindergarten scenes can be drawn on for a fraction too long. That's it though. Otherwise, Toy Story 3 is a cinematic masterpiece. Obviously, at the time of release, we thought this was it. This was the final chapter in the Toy Story saga. And even though it isn't, and we get one more story in Toy Story 4, it still resolves everything so beautifully. Those final moments where Andy is handing his toys over to Bonnie, I dare you to sit and watch that and not even feel a little choked up. I did the same. I sat and watched it a few days ago in preparation for this video. And my God, I bawled my eyes out. I forgot just how emotionally devastating that final scene is. Especially where Woody is sitting on that step and he says to Andy, "So long, partner." My God, this 21-year-old man just bawling his eyes out. At number 2, we have Toy Story. The first one, made in 1995. This was the first digitally 3D animated movie ever, and it completely reshaped what it meant to be an animated film. Without Toy Story, the world of animation would simply not be the same as it is right now. And it also has such a fascinating story and intriguing premise that Pixar pull off wonderfully. We start to see a relationship blossom between Woody and Buzz that, even though it has its ups and downs, they have one of the strongest friendships, I think, in the entire history of film. We also get a whole host of iconic moments, such as Woody screaming to Buzz, "You are a toy!" And not forgetting that amazing moment where Buzz kinda does fly, or at least he falls with style. I honestly think it's impossible to sit and watch that first Toy Story and not be swept up in its magic. And in first place is Toy Story 2. I absolutely adore Toy Story 2. It was released a year after I was born, so I kind of grew up with it. That was my childhood initiation into this Toy Story franchise. Obviously, I sat and watched Toy Story, but for me, it was all about Toy Story 2. You have the constant Star Wars references, that amazing space opening with Buzz obviously being played through a video game system. It was everything I could have ever dreamed for as a kid, and I still fall in love with it every single time I watch it, even at the age of 21. From the Al's Toy Barn escapades to meeting Jessie and Bullseye, we get that really emotional moment where we discover that Jessie was abandoned by her owner. And Toy Story 2 also gives us arguably the best villain in the Toy Story series in Stinky Pete. For me, Toy Story 2 checks every single box. It has the humor, it has the emotion, it has the stunning animation, it has the unbridled sense of joy that you experience whenever you watch a Toy Story film. I love it. I love Toy Story 2, and that is why it is my favourite Toy Story film ever. Thanks for watching this episode of Ranked. Let me know what order you would put these films in the comments below. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. All the links to my social media accounts are in the description below. Many thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you in the next video.